now I got the shades on. So I'm like, okay, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm. If you think you know something, you really don't know nothing. If you think you know something, you really don't know nothing. Baby, a world full of know-it-alls. Crazy, I think you all are. Baby, don't discredit me. I wanna know how you feel. I wanna know how you feeling. Present time, baby. Are you okay? Annie, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? Genuinely, genuinely. Baby, I've been going through some things. Don't let it make you feel away. Can't let it make me feel away. Knowledge is power. That's what they always told me. You should probably read a book now. Baby, I'm too far gone. Bye bye. And you didn't understand the parables. You were lost long before you were born. Baby, stay away from me with all the fuckery and all the bullshit I ain't trying to see. Mm, mm. I might just light it up, baby. Say a word, I'm just being me. Hey, just being me. I'm so glad I'm me. Hey, hey, how do you feel? Hey. I met Father Time somewhere in the past. Grew up present day. Hey. Mother be there for me, and my future speaks clearly, telling me I must be the one, and I must be strong. Wisdom, strength, and beauty. Where's your heart? My ancestors think you weak. Hey, they say you're all weak. Stand for yourself. If you stand for anything, maybe you should start with the man in the mirror. Goddamn, Bonnie V's, a world full of know-it-alls, and nobody knows a thing. Still, when it feels you feel your way. Trump cards being played right now. Hey, baggy bags, a royal flush. Fun being played and didn't want much. Baby, I was trying to make my way. Hey, maybe I was only trying to do my own thing. And I like me out, babe. Do me right. How do you feel about you? Hey, I hope you love yourself. Damn, I hope you know yourself. Hey, I hope you know your worth, baby. I hope you know your worth. I hope you find your wealth. And life is what life is. We're only here till we're gone, baby. And life is what life is. We're only here till we're gone. Hey, I hope you know yourself. I hope you find your well. I hope you find your well. I hope you know yourself. Well, how do you feel? How do you feel about now? Yeah, I had to bust one on y'all real quick. It's random. I'm watching myself live on YouTube, so it's like I'm making sure I can actually hear myself. Forgive me if I turn it up. Live on YouTube, so it's like I'm making sure I can actually hear myself. Forgive me if I turn it up. it's so freaking fun being like a content creator and then trying to figure out like what you want to influence or how you want to influence, how you want to soft crack the codes. Like, cause that's all it is. It's everybody's trying to soft crack the code to make a quick buck. Cause that's all $1,000,000 is. Anything down here is just a quick buck. You go to work, you're selling your soul. You know, you come up with a system, you put time into developing it, you're selling your soul. Like, you just sign any of these contracts on an industry major level, you're selling your soul, plus you may be doing some background undercover work. You never know. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's skeletons in all types of closets if you travel around far enough just looking for that type of thing. I mean, the curtain's wide open. It's not over yet. I mean, technically, in the same moment, it's all gone anyway. Why should we care? But, you know, I want to know how you feel. You know, Donald Trump is now president, you know, again. Can't say I didn't see that coming. Hey, I kind of, never mind, let's not talk about it. If you watch it and you pay attention to certain things, we'll actually scale our own future out. It's like, you gotta understand, like, I talk to my future all the time, like you talk to your future. And if you have like different, like, just depending on your thoughts and aspects of it, you might have children. Those children are different variations of your future, of your present future, with an option of living through. Like, not necessarily living your dreams through, but your soul's energy is that great. It projects through that. Like, it projects through the lifetimes. And sometimes it allows you to see those lifetimes, like, you know, like an after image or a before image, which is something technical, and you guys are gonna have to just think about it and then read it, because that shit goes in and out of physics, like literally. Neil, you can say whatever you want to say about it, but what I just said is possibly technically real. Like the fact that your kids are a piece of you, which make them technically a modern day upgraded version of you, either male or female, depending on the aspect. And it's more of a fusion of two energies, two binary energies that become one. You know what I'm saying? Just to make an entity, just to make that one entity, and that one entity can possibly repeat the process. You know what I'm saying? It kind of shows you the construct of God, and it shows you the construct of the universe within our birth process, within the creation of humans, how we come about, like how we give birth, how we create other humans. Like, it shows you what's going on. Like, it kind of tells you, like, and if you survive, you know, long enough to actually understand it, as far as we have, like, when you get into it and you develop physics, or you discover physics from, you know, past life experiences, or, you know, past cultures, like the cultures in the past. By the way, Father Time actually lives in the past. I wanted to say that shit to you. The universe wanted me to bless you guys with that. That's why it's so important to go back and look at what mankind has been through, because Father Time lives in the past. We would say, yeah, Father Time is in present, future, and shit. No, you are the present and you are going to the future. Father Time lives in the past. You can always go back and access him and ask for information and knowledge about the past, because the past is always reoccurring within the present and in the future. Like 2 seconds from now has already passed, so it's in the past. Like, literally, with the conversation, this video, by the time you watching it, it's in the past. Like, I'm making it now. It's live. Some of you are live, but you're 2 seconds, 3 seconds, 4 seconds, 5 seconds in the past. You get what I'm saying? Like, the rest of you that are getting ready to watch it are in the future. We don't even got to talk about that no more. You know what I'm saying? So, look, listen. Let's talk about fortifying a future. Like, what you really plan to do either way. Like, whether Kamala would have won or Trump would have won, you as a person have your own very kingdom within you, your very universe within you. And technically, to me and a couple other entities and entities in the future, present, past, all of us agree that we might be doing this wrong, that we might need to sit down and evaluate and have self-talks. Like, all of us. Like, this is one thing. People will think that I'm crazy just for talking to myself, analyzing the situation, or going through life, pushing up and just being like, damn, there's some crazy shit. How the hell does the world even get into this? And I go like back and forth with different thoughts in my head. It's just me, myself, and my thoughts. And each time I have to at least emit sound to get to a end result or something. So I think people are crazy when they don't talk to themselves, and that's what leads them to do the most craziest things. Because you'll imagine something in your head until you actually make it physical sometimes. I mean, only the possible things that go within the realm of physics. So, you know, of our modern physics, because, you know, technically modern physics could never have predicted this race. Yes, it could. It technically could have. You guys heard it. Like, I just told you, like, look, I know you don't want to be a sheep, but you're a sheep. I know you don't get it, but I can explain. I can prove that you're a sheep. For one, if you're a Christian, now this is only for the sheep, for the actual sheep. And most of us are sheep. I'm sorry. It's like that's what the matrix is. It's a house. It's a stable for sheep. Sheep, lambs led to the slaughter. Like, look, listen, you were turned into a sheep. Like, metaphysically, if we want to just say, if we want to give it a whole end point, you're a sheep. Like, you don't want to be a sheep, or maybe you want to be a sheep. Sheeps might be cool right now. You might be cool being a sheep. Sheep, get to stay together, sleep together and shit. They don't really, eat. It's different sheep, like when it breaks down. That's how most people were trying to say in the Bible, Jacob, and in the whole freaking Yakub, with the whole, breaking down and creation of a race of people, where where you bury the sheep and you sit down and you breed the sheep. You were turned into sheep. You gotta understand. They gave you a book that, this book back then, and they told you about Christ, and they told you about God. They put the creator of all in the book, but they didn't just tell you about him. They just made a bunch of entities, or gathered a bunch of gods and changed the names, and took one and put them up as the creator, and actually removed words, replaced words. There are pieces of text and on tablets that are written in stone that are just, for some reason, just missing. Just like, why is this missing? And I promise you, to greater good, it is somewhere buried or somewhere laying in open area access, waiting to be discovered. So, but in this moment, what they did was turn you into the sheep following the shepherd. Like, in every way, it was a psychological process. It was a psychological, mental, like a process. They had to beat this into you, then they had to program it into you, then they had to softcore fuck you with it. Like, that's like making movies and shit. Like, the shit that, because they beat you and told you about this so much, and you read this book, you imagined this stuff, it started being programmed into your house's DNA code. And as you started to reproduce, generations started to reproduce art, labor of your thoughts. Like, that's literally what the real art is. It's the labor of your thoughts, the creation part. The when you start to bring something that's up here to a reality. You feel me? Or some people, like my cousin, he believes that your thoughts, your brain is right here. Like, to me, it could be right here. It really doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. We know that in the human anatomy, the heart is here, the brain is here. Period. So at the end of the day, that's human anatomy. But conscious wise, what if your conscience isn't here? What if your conscience isn't even in your body? And your conscience is your body. And it all moves as one. And you just think that is some separation because of your brain. It doesn't matter. None of that matters, because at the end of the day, you're able to do this. So trying to figure that out is pointless. What matters is the fact that somebody in the past turned you into a sheep. And now you follow quote. It doesn't matter when they say you're free. Like, if I tell you you're free, you don't even know what the fuck that is. You don't even know what to do with it. You might think that free is taking a day off of work. Or you might, it was a real one. You might even think that free is financial freedom, like being able to not go to work and work on your own devising, leave him to his own devising. You might feel like that's freedom. Like, that might be your freedom. No, I mean freedom. Freedom is in unbound. I mean unbound. Like, look, as long as you know the laws and the decrees and rules of the universe, that unbound freedom is endless power, because it allows you the endless power of your existence. That means allotted in time. As long as you got time to think about it, you can create it. Boom. And as long as you don't kill anybody, that's just the main one. That's literally the main one with your higher self, with my higher self and your higher self. It's like, as long as you can just do that, the other temptations, we can smooth them out, because there's levels to this shit. Like, I want y'all to know this shit. Is you a sin? This is why I'm always telling people, enjoy what you love. Like, if it's not hurting nobody, enjoy what you love, because they lied to you. They really lied to you. Does heaven and hell exist? Yeah, it does. Of course it does. You thought about it. You imagined it. It does. Like, what the fuck is wrong with you? God exists. Christ exists. Everything you thought of freaking exists, because that's how great we are. We're God all together, collectively. That's just literally what it is. It's whatever the fuck you want it to be, that's what it's gonna be. Now look, it doesn't seem like that. Sometimes it don't feel like that. But every now and then you're walking down the street and everything feels like a movie. You get this perfect day where everything goes the absolute way you want it. It's like the secrets of the universe are revealing themselves to you after each step, and then that next day you wake up and you're back at your fucking day job. Matrix. You feel me? Sheep. You dig? Now look, I believe in where I'm at right now. No matter what I got going on in my life. No matter who I am, I was born on earth at this moment, so I'm an earthling. I don't believe in racism. That shit's bullshit. It's only racism when we have an issue and we're actually making the shit noticed. Me, myself, I kind of forget anybody's white and anybody's black, and I just say, bro, what the fuck? Like, that shit does not matter. And I try to override any of that with the fucking fact that we're all humans. Who here wants to detest it? If you're not born on Earth, then yeah, you can say you're not Earthling. Get the fuck on. But most of us, if not all of us, we're born on this planet right now that I know of. All my friends and people that I see and shit. Now it's a couple weird motherfuckers that I could questionably be like, yo, maybe that motherfucker's from another place. Period. Like he might not even been born here, or she might just be from somewhere in Andromeda or some shit. But none of that matters to me right now. For this moment, what this one is getting to is that I'm an Earthling. You're an earthling. I was an earthling born in America. So I was programmed American. Period. I'm black. So I was programmed black American. Technically, my people used to call themselves African American. So everybody thought we was African. Then one day we became black American. And then I was like, damn, is that maybe because now over in Africa they got a black African and a white African? Like, how fucking deep does this actually go? And do people really even want to just keep digging for that one? Like, I think some things you should just sweep that to the side. We're here now. Literally, sweep it to the side. We're here now. And just for you guys to know, I just wanted to know what it felt like. Because these niggas be on here with their glasses and shit. And I be like, but they look so cool. Let me go get you some glasses. Put these shit back on. Why I look cool as shit. Hey, baby, you should know that you got me wrapped around your fingers. And lately you've got me deeply gone over. Ooh, baby, I feel like I'm in the danger zone, yeah. I just randomly bust out, say, love, I'm lost on you, baby. What you do, girl? What you do? You run my mind crazy. Got my heart flattered, full of butterflies every day lately. The danger zone seems ever closer. And loving you is like dangerous for my soul, baby. Yeah, I said loving you is like damage to my soul. Cause if you ever leave, it'll break me down. It might break me down. No. Yeah, it's just random. I just felt like doing Danger Zone. Anyway, it's glasses, man. I'm gonna start selling these on my website. Like, I just gotta get the ones that say Josie on the side. Josie Fuller on the side, and they're gonna be on my website. These shits is fire. But I might put a whole nother design that say Anki's Key on it. Just boom. Hey, check it out. So a long time ago, when they were like revising, you know, what you would call today modern religious literature, or you know, it's because it's just literature to me. Like if I read it, the difference between you reading it and me reading it, I read it with is a historical book with factual things in it that because it's actually real, because it's based off of the real events. So if it's based on real events and, you know, like based on true story, but I don't read it with the same type of this book was written by God. No. I pay attention to the actual book. It says that certain people in the Bible that were high tech took certain men into their spaceships and gave them pens and then translated it so another nigga wrote this shit, no matter how you peg it. If you end up what is it, Enoch, Ezekiel, it doesn't matter who the freak got took up into the spaceship. All we need to know is that in the book it tells you that some man with a pen, other than freaking Moses, or no, what was it? They say Moses or Abraham. Moses wrote the Tanakh, so he wrote the first one. So you like it, so that was pretty much on a tablet that was given to him. Okay, so he was taken into some spaceship and wrote a book too. He told to translate it. Like, oh shit, I gotta translate this shit. What you should be asking is the one that's broken in pieces. Why would he come out and break it? Like, for what? And you gotta be like, go make that story make sense. Go back and make all the Bible stories make sense. In order to do that, you're gonna have to read another certain number of books. Like, it's because some of it is actually hidden in fables. It's like you gotta read shit like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde and actually pay attention to Constantine, like the book Constantine. You gotta go back. Like, if you haven't read Santiago, read that for like, because that's going to reference and give you like insight on what's actually going on for between the transition of Old Testament to New Testament. I know you might not agree with what I'm saying, but you got to pay attention to who the alchemist in that book is, like who the king of Salem, the king of peace and prosperity in that book is. And then you got to understand like the switch, the power struggle. Like, the serpent was actually Enki. In Yahweh, the title of Yahweh was held by Enlil for whatever reason. But before that, it was Enki that held the title of Yahweh. If you listen to the book, he was the God of men. He wasn't just a person of water and wisdom. Gave him the water thing was the fact that he split the shit with water to get the earth. I love giving history lessons. Now this is letting you know, like, water, man. It's one of the answers to everything. I'm gonna be real with you. That's why we look for it in the universe. This is one of the key components, not just for life, but for power sources. Like, you can literally generate power with water. Like, but technically you can generate power from anywhere in the universe. You just need time to discover it. You get what I'm saying? You need the time to discover it. So you have to make it to the future in order to do crazy shit. That's the whole point. Like, survival. That's why it's about that. Survival. See, you returned into a sheep and you forgot how to survive. So now you need a shepherd to lead you some goddamn well. And I just wanted you to know that you're free. You don't really need the shepherd. You just choose to follow the shepherd. Now look, as long as the shepherd is doing what the shepherd's supposed to do, why not? I mean, at the same time, you got wolves laying in wait that are dressed as sheep, just picking them off. Why would you want to be a sheep? Who the freak would want to be a sheep? That's neither here nor there. Because if you pay attention, someone had to become something else in order to break any covenants or do anything even greater. So it lets you know your soul is the same shapeshifter, period. I'm just glad I got that off my chest. Look, we're going into 2025 with Donald Trump again. You did this. It doesn't really matter how it got to this point. We all did this shit. Whether you didn't vote, did you let it happen, you did this shit. Like, we put this shit in order in the pillars of our design, of our destinies. We built this tower. You know what I'm saying? Everybody in America that could have did something, I don't know if you fucked up or not. Only time will tell. That's why I asked, like, how do you feel about this? Like, how do you really feel? Now, what I want to kind of say is, can nobody get mad at any family members? Do not let these people keep you divided. Like, this was a ploy just to get a president that, certain people actually wanted in Senate for certain things to take place. It's the year of the serpent coming up. This was 8. This year was an 8. Most motherfuckers don't even know that. You know what an 8 is? An 8 is build and destroy. That means everything negative is going to come to complete light and be destroyed, while positive things are kind of built back up on aspect. It's a balance, The darkness will be allowed its other time or its other chance to sway and waver later on in the future. But for right now, revel and bask, Mr. Trump. That's glory, man. Look, I'm proud of you all just for making it this far. It's people. It's humans. Like, catastrophic things happen and take us out. You know what I mean? You have no idea. You just read about the shit. You don't know. You hear about wars and shit. We experience that. But I promise you, it's shit that'll go even harder than that. So you really need to look into what you're doing in our present existence to make it to a future. And what are you even doing this for? Now, by all means, if you don't want to be here, be you, be there, be wherever the fuck you want to be. I just hope you don't kill yourself, because there's things waiting for you that you had a hand creating just off of existing. And your ancestors went ahead and built shit for you, manifested through our own desires of what to do after death. Because you forgot who the fuck you were, you forgot the order of things, and you forgot the circle of life, the wheel of continuum, the path through death back into existence. Go figure. Go figure. Even Christ said he had to ascend even in death. Nigga, that means the only way to make it is to die. But that doesn't mean kill yourself. Okay? That just means play the game accordingly and survive through purpose. You feel me? Do good things, sow good seeds, man. Pay attention, know yourself.